Hey guys, this is Steven with Tiny Orange TV. You can find me live streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/tinyorangetv, or you can follow me on your social media of choice. I typically update when I'm going live, and that's a good way to get notified and come hang out in the chat and hang out in the Four Kings Casino with me and hopefully win some money. I'm trying to put together a little beginner's guide for craps. This is the 5th video. We've already discussed the field bet, the pass line, the don't pass line, the come and the don't come bets. So we've got a large portion of the bets covered, but there's still more ways to bet. I'm going to go over the numbers up top here and the place betting, which is a good way to play as well. It can be a cheaper way to play craps and still have fun with the game and learn how to play it without losing a whole bunch of money. In a real game of craps, there's actually more bets you can do. You can do lay bets, you can do buy bets. We're not going to worry about these because they're not even in Four Kings, which is probably a good thing. The place bet is a very basic bet. And it basically, you're just placing these numbers to win. So if I think a 9 is going to win, I could just put a place bet on 9, and if it rolls, I win. If a 7 rolls, I lose. It's pretty simple. So let's go over to our simulator here or whatever. Once again, I'm not playing in Four Kings because I don't have the luxury of standing at a table and talking. I don't want to be slowing people down online and this and that. So this is, again, it's the same. And this one has all the bets you can do. You can lay, you can place them to lose, you can do a buy bet. We're not worried about that. In this in this layout, it's under the number. So it says place 6, place 8. Oh, the max is 100. That's weird. That's why it wouldn't let me. Okay, anyway, I'll get into that. But in the Four Kings felt, you're looking right above the bar here. So place bets are this little box. So if I want to place bet the 6, I would put chips here in this little area. If I want to place the 8, I would put them here, so on and so forth. Some of the, the felts are always a little different. They're basically all the same. They all have the same bets. They might just be located in different areas. And to be honest, you wouldn't put these bets yourself. If you were playing at a real table, you would have to tell the dealer, oh, I want to place bet the 6. And he would put your chips accordingly. So you wouldn't even have to worry about where they're at. You could just tell the dealer. But on the felt, in crap, or in the Four Kings, it's up top. And this one, it's underneath. It doesn't matter, though. Same bet. So let's pretend I'm betting. I'm going to just bet very modestly, since the table minimum or maximum here is 100 on a lot of these bets. So let's just bet $5 on the pass line. I think you have to do 100 in Four Kings minimum, but for the sake of keeping this as easy as possible. So we've got $5 on the pass line. We hit a 6. That's our point. That's great. 6 is a great point to have. All we got to do is roll a 6 before a 7, and we win $5 because it's 1-to-1 down here, right? If I bet 5, I'm winning $5. It's that easy. But what if I also have a good feeling about another number? I could do a come bet and hope that number comes up and then hope I hit that point. Or I could just place a number and make money off of it that way. So the way place betting works is you're essentially just gonna pick a number. You're buying a number that's gonna come before a 7. So these only work when the button is on, once again, too. So once the button is off, if you have money on a place bet, like it's off. You're not gonna lose it either way. Even if I have money on an 8 and the button is off and an 8 rolls, I don't win money there. It's off. So this button needs to be on. Right now we've got it on 6, so we're gonna get $5 if we hit a 6. But let's say earlier in the round, an 8 keeps rolling. 8's really hot right now for some reason. 8 keeps rolling. People keep rolling 8. I want to make money off of it. How do I do it? So you just place money on the 8. Now, in Four Kings, you have to bet in increments of certain numbers. You'll notice if you want to bet the 5, it does it in increments of 0 and 5, I think is what's going on in Four Kings. But you'll notice this one is in increments of 6. And why is that? We'll scroll down and look at the payouts here. This might get a little confusing, but it's actually not that bad. It's more math, so sort of anyway. Yeah, okay, so all you got to look at is this. So you're looking at place bet. You can place 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And they're going to win if your number is rolled before a 7. Just like just like the pass line bets. So what's happening here is, if I'm going to place the 6 or the 8, I need to put $6 down, at least, in increments of 6. And you're going to get paid $7 for every $6 you place bet. So that's actually great, because right now I've got the 6 to win, and I've got $5 down. If I hit a 6 though, I'm only winning $5. Whereas now, let's say I need to put $6 down. Oops. Let's go ahead and I'm going to play in increments of 6 from now on to make this a little easier, at least for 6 and 8. So right now I've got $6 on the 8. If an 8 rolls, I'm going to win $7. Now that doesn't seem like a lot. It's only $1 more, but once you up this amount, like more and more and more, you're going to win more and more and more. Versus here, you're only getting paid 1 to 1. So let's go ahead and roll and see what happens. Hopefully we can hit an 8 before a 7, because that's how place bets work, just like the point. Okay, so I hit my point of 6, so this is good. So I won $5. The point goes to off. Now my money's still sitting on the 8 here, which is irrelevant because it's off. So right now I'm doing a new come out roll. I've still got the dice. I'm gonna go ahead and bet $6 on the pass line now, just to illustrate what's going on here a little better as far as payout goes. So let's go ahead and roll. Now we hit a 9. So now I've got $6. If I win, I'm going to get $6 if I hit a 9. And now I've got the 8 still here. Now, this bet, you can pick this bet up anytime. Right now, if I'm like, I don't feel 8 anymore, I want my money back, you can go ahead and pick this up. You can bet more on it. I'm feeling really strong about 8. I want to put $6 more on it. Maybe I want to do more numbers. Let's say the 5. Let's do the 5 as well. I put, of course, the 5 you have to bet in increments of 5. Because of the payout. The 6 and 8 are the only weird ones. But once again, you can just look at the place bet payout here. So I only bet, if I want to place the 5 or 9, I need to put $5 down, and I'm going to win 7, which is even better, right? Because I'm betting an extra $1 here. I'm betting $6 to win 7 on the 6 or 8. But I only have to bet $5 here to win 7 on the 5 or 9. And it's even better for the 4 or 10. I bet $5 and I'm winning $9. So you might be looking at this kind of confused, like, why do I get paid more? I bet 5 and win 9 for these two. I bet 5 and win 7 for these two. Like, why is that way? And once again, we go back to the probabilities of dice, and this basically will explain it to you why you're winning that much. So 6 and 8 are the most likely numbers that you can place, right? I can place the 6 or the 8, and I'm going to get paid 7 to 6 here. So if I bet $6, I'm going to win 7. But that's a very likely number to place bet. Obviously, 7 is always the most likely, so you're betting against the odds here a little bit. But if you're going to place bet a number, 6 and 8 are your best odds. 5 and 9 are a little worse. There's only 4 combinations that can win you those against the 7. So that's why you get a little more payout for 5 and 9. If you bet the 5, you're getting $7 per $5 bet. So you're winning an extra $1 over the 6 and 8, if that makes sense, because it's a little less likely to happen. And then there again, for the 4 and 10, you're winning 9 to 5. So, and once again, it's because of the odds. So that's why. Hopefully that makes sense to you. You're betting against the 7, and it's odds based of the likelihood of these numbers to actually hit. And that's why, so if you place bet the 4 or 10 and you win, you're getting the best payout you can get, but at the same time, they're the least likely numbers to hit over 7. So let's go ahead and place, we've got the 9, so let's go ahead and place $5. See, now it won't let me do it. This game is not working properly for some reason. I do not know why. Oh, wait, maybe because of that. Hey, there we go. All right, don't have remove highlighted and trying to put money. So yeah, so here's what's interesting. I bet $6 on the pass line here, and I hit a 9. So if I hit a 9 again, I'm only going to win $6. But if I were to place bet the 9, or really in this case, I'm place betting the 5 for only $5 instead of 6, and I'm actually going to win $7 here. So I'm betting $2 less. Excuse me, I'm betting $1 less than the pass, and I'm winning $1 more here for the place bets. So we hit a 7, so we lost everything. So this entire demonstration is irrelevant, but but hopefully you understand how the payout works a little bit more. So once again, Let's say I mean, typically people don't place bet the point number. I mean, you're more than welcome to do it. Maybe you hit a 4 and you're like, yeah, that 4 is definitely coming. I feel good about that 4. Let me get some more money on the 4. You can't add money to your place bet, but you can't add money to your pass line bet once a point's established, but you can double down on it if you want and do a place bet. Plus, you're going to get paid more. So here, if this wins, I'm only winning $5. But here, if it wins, I'm going to win $9 to my 5. So that's a good way to make a little more money on these numbers hitting, and not just being boring and playing the pass line over and over and over. So there we go. We won both there. So I got 9-5 here and 5-5 here. So I bet total, I bet $10 because 5 and 5, and I won 14 instead of just winning. Even if I had bet $10 here on the pass, I would have only won 10. But since I bet 5 here on the place bet, I got 9-5 payout. So I won more money that way. So that's a smart way to do it. And that's the thing, too. If you're not shooting the dice, I think in the 4 Kings, it makes you have money on the table before it boots you, which kind of sucks. Because in a real craps game, you could just wait for the point to be established. Let's say somebody else is rolling. I'm not the shooter here. This is somebody else's $5. I don't have any money out. And I just missed out on that if I did that for real. Okay, so somebody's shooting. They just rolled a 6. Now I'm come along, me, on my own bankroll, and I'm like, I want to place all these numbers. So I would do $5 on these two, and in these two inside ones have to be $6. And again, 4 Kings does this for you. Not that you can, I think you might be able to bet in such low increments. I'm not really sure there, but so let's say this is me. This is my bankroll. I got 5, 10, 15, 20, $32 out. Any number that hits, I'm going to win, but this is risky because, once again, 7 is the most likely number, so I could just roll a 7 right here and lose all that money. So I hit a 6, and I got paid 7 to 6, so I just made $7. Just like that, off of a $6 bet. That happened to be the point as well, so whoever's rolling would roll again. All these are off now, so no matter what he rolls. So he rolled an 8. See, this one actually paid me, but I don't think 4 Kings is set up that way. So these bets happen to be working in this one, so disregard that. Which hopefully that's not super confusing to you. But in 4 Kings, all these are off, I believe. I'm going to make a video in 4 Kings to just double check all of these things that I'm saying, because I might be completely wrong here. But so let's just roll this out and see what happens. So we hit a 5. Now it pushes my bet back, but I could just keep betting it. Some people also press their bet, so they'll win that $5 and they'll just put it right back into the 5. Now obviously you're getting super loose with your money here, especially if you're betting more than $5 and $6. But that's up to you. So there we go, we hit an 8 again. So right now we're on a little hot streak because 7s are not rolling, which is great. So if you walk up to a table and nobody's hitting 7, they keep hitting points. They just keep hitting points, keep hitting points. I mean, you could place bets like this and make quite a bit of money. But it's risky because as soon as a 7 comes, you know, you're gonna lose all this. But it hasn't happened yet. So we hit a 6, we hit a 5. I mean, this is going really well for us. We hit a 4, and again, these are paying difference. So this is 9-5. So I just won $9 from that, just from one 4 being rolled. And you know, the 5 and 9 are paying $7, and the 6 and 8 are paying 7 as well. There's an 8, so I won $7 there. Put $6 back on it. There's another 8. See, I could have pressed that. I could have put 12 on it, which I didn't. Some people play like that. It just depends on how lucky you're feeling. So a 3 is irrelevant, remember, because it's not up here and the button is on. So that is nothing. Basically, we just want to keep hitting these numbers. So if you can get a roll like this going and you can keep your money on the table, you're gonna do very well. So I'm just gonna roll this out until a 7 comes or whatever. There we go. So we hit our point. So we just made a bunch of money off of somebody else rolling the dice. We weren't even rolling there technically, right? We just walked up and place bet all these numbers, and somebody else was rolling the dice and just made us a bunch of money. So that's how cool craps is. You can bet with people. I mean, somebody else had the dice in their hand and made us a bunch of money there. So hopefully that it simplifies place betting for you. And once again, those bets are going to be placed up here on Four Kings, and Four Kings is good about the increments, so you don't have to worry about, oh, what is it, 5 or 6 or whatever. Like, it's going to do the payouts properly for you, and it's going to make you bet in the proper increments, which is basically $5 on the outside 2 numbers and $6 on the inside numbers. So, you know, that's how that goes. And if you get confused by all that, you can pull up the payout odds for craps for place bets, and it's right here. For every $6 you place bet, you're going to win 7 on a 6 or 8. Every 5 you bet on 5 or 9, you're going to win 7. And every 5 you bet on 4 or 10, you're going to win 9. So hopefully that's not super confusing. I mean, this is a little further into the video series, so it's getting a little more in depth about odds and payouts. But once again, hopefully that's pretty simple enough for everybody to understand. So that's going to be the end of this one. We've got the place bets covered. We've got the don't come, the don't pass, the come, the pass, the don't pass, all this. We've got all this covered. So the only thing we're missing now is this 6 and 8 and this middle section over here. So I'm going to try and cover that all in the next video. And that will pretty much wrap up the game of craps, hopefully. So once again, you can follow me on twitch.tv/tinyorangetv, and follow me on social medias, and then friend me in the game, and let's hang out and let's gamble. Let's make some money.